Okay, we'll open our meeting, called business to order, meeting order. The minutes of the July 2nd meeting, are there any errors or omissions noted?
I make a motion we accept the meeting as written.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, bills. Are there any additions?
No.
Okay, I have one question. I was wondering what the administrative fee is in the sewer fund. Administrative fee for Manufacturers and Traders Trust Company of $5,650.
That's an annual fee that they pay for the sewer bond.
We have to pay that every year? Is that part of the interest, or is it just, you just pay them that?
I know there's an administrative fee with the water as well.
30 years,
You probably have to.
$5,600 a year for administrative fee. Okay, pretty good deal. Okay, any other comments about the bills?
I'll make a motion we pay the bills as written.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, those are approved. Correspondence?
We have none this evening.
Okay. Reports from the mayor. I was supposed to have a, you wanted me to do something tonight, didn't you, for your, Steve?
Yes,
I gave you a copy.
Is it in here now?
It's under the agenda that I gave you. I gave you the revised agenda and the resolution.
No, I just had the revised agenda, that's all I had. Okay. I got it here. I use Dale's. Okay. This is Rouses Point Park Revitalization Project application. It's a resolution. Whereas the Village of Rouses Point is committed to maintaining the village's recreation infrastructure and creating a village that is welcoming to residents and visitors, and whereas the village is focused on bringing an unsurpassed quality of life to all residents and visitors, and whereas Rouses Park required significant upgrades and revitalization to meet ADA and appropriate safety standards, and whereas funds are available for the Environmental Protection Fund to support such activities, and whereas the Village of Rouses Point is aware of the match required by funding sources and agrees to provide the funding and the oversight to execute the grant according to the timeline outlined in the application, and be it further resolved, the Village of Rouses Point Administrator is hereby authorized and directed to apply for funds, and if awarded, Mayor Bath is authorized to accept funds for the application for the Rouses Point Park Revitalization Project. And I move that to the floor for a second and discussion.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. What this is for is, Steve, you want to explain this better? You could probably do it quicker than I can.
yes, of course. So this grant is to address a number of the different functions within the park here, including the streetscape and the Empire State Trail start and end. That's part of that cycling trail that goes down to New York City and out to Buffalo. It also is to replace playground equipment, level off fields, increase fencing as required by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and a number of other projects. So I've sent you all the draft of the application. It's due not this Friday, but next Friday. And I can put hard copies in your mailboxes as well if you'd like. I've also sent you a budget. The projected cost at the moment is $291,000 for the entire project. We're, as part of the grant, we're required to put in 25%, which is about $71,000, which would be through labor and force account, like workforce contribution. So at the moment, it's projecting that the cash outlay would be almost zero, if any, but that we would be using our staff to do a lot of the work. So that's what this really is about. It's an application, doesn't mean we've gotten anything. And even if we're unsuccessful, they're usually pretty good at providing feedback of what would help make it successful, like what components are there. So it's more of a long-term process, but it's one that I think is worthwhile going through, so I appreciate your support today.
Okay, any other questions from the board?
Yeah, I'd like a hard copy of that, please.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay, this is part of, this resolution is to get the ball rolling on getting the grant. Okay, let's get the roll call vote. Trustee Arno? Aye. Trustee Menard?
Aye.
Trustee LeBlanc? Aye. Trustee Dart is absent, and the mayor votes aye. Resolution is carried. Okay, I believe that's all I have at this time. Trustee Arno?
Yes, on the safety, seeing that you put me safety officer for the village or whatever, Donna did an OSHA book and stuff for me, and she did a very good job on it. There's parts in here about ear protection, hearing, equipment protection, tree care protection, and trenching, excavating and stuff. So I'm gonna meet with each one of the people from the village and stuff and go from there, and we also got a list of how, what equipment they're supposed to have, ear protection, hard hats, safety toe shoes, gloves, reflective vest, dust mask, and so I'm gonna talk to all the guys about that, and also, if they have it, they're gonna sign this paper, and we'll have it, give it to Donna so she can keep it.
And receipt acknowledging that they have the equipment
Right.
individually issued.
Right. And if they don't, we're gonna get it for them
Yep.
and stuff like that, so, and we also have, looked into the Chamber of Commerce, Donna did, and there's, like 7 minutes and 10 minutes little DVDs that they can watch and stuff like that if they so desire.
Mhm.
You know, if they don't understand the safety and stuff like that, well, then we can have some classes. And we also got this Bruce Gray. He worked for Pfizer for 15 or 18 years or so.
Very good.
And he's an expert on safety and stuff like that, but I don't want to go there right now and stuff if these guys can take and do it on their own, like a tailgate conference or whatever.
Yeah.
Safety talks and stuff like that.
It's a good thing to bring up in the winter time too.
Right.
We have time to do stuff indoors.
Yeah. So I got all that on safety, so they'll be going out tomorrow, and I'll be talking to the guys and stuff like that at break time or whatever and stuff. And,
Great, this is exactly what I had in mind.
yeah,
And again, reiterate, the purpose is to keep our employees safe
yeah.
and avoid any
Mhm.
accidents that are avoidable. Some accidents aren't, but we're trying to eliminate all the ones that we can.
Okay, and the other thing I got is, Rob Casey called me up and would like to know if he can use the PA system for the Sportsman's Club barbecue. He said they've been using it for the last 5 years. The village PA
What's the
system.
board's feelings on this?
Has been using it.
I have no problem myself.
Yep. Okay,
Okay,
I'll get back to him.
make a motion approving the loan of that to them.
Okay, I make a motion that we loan in PA system and the microphone, whatever goes with it. For, they're gonna pick it up on a Friday before the barbecue and bring it back Sunday morning or Monday morning.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved.
Okay, also, the fire department, I don't see nothing on here about any people being, apparently, Donna, did you get any letter from Dennis Roberts? Oh, you did?
Nothing.
Okay, because we had 3 people that was gonna be sworn in tonight, well, apparently Dennis didn't send a letter. Okay,
Well, as soon as we get the letter, we'll act on it, of course.
okay. Okay, and also I have, the fire department got a letter from the village about a grease trap, that we don't grease down the trap or whatever. That ain't, we don't dump grease down the trap, and the reason, I don't know why they sent it to the fire department, I mean, it's village building.
Oh, the fire department received a letter from whom?
The village.
We sent the letter to the fire department. Did we send it, or did the code officer send it?
No, that list came from the Clinton County Health Department.
Okay,
And
help.
their list was of every approved kitchen for use. And so if you read the letter, it says specifically that it's not, that if somebody has a grease trap, that this is what to look for. So it wasn't more informative than anything.
Oh, well, they took it as, they're gonna have to put a grease trap in and stuff like that, but they don't do no cooking there, I mean, you know, they might throw pizza in the oven or something like that or whatever,
They don't
but,
have a deep fryer.
No, that was just, that list came from the health department, and so in terms of enforcing that grease trap issue that we've had in other parts of the village, it was just to go to everybody.
Oh,
Just
okay.
to
Now,
acknowledge.
just tell them it was a blanket letter that went out to everybody that has an approved kitchen,
okay,
and just for their knowledge and records. It
Okay.
had nothing to do with anything they're doing.
all right, okay. Also, Tom Dart's wife is, I don't know if she had a stroke or if she, whatever, but she's been in the hospital and she's pretty serious and stuff. I didn't know if we wanna send some flowers or something, or basket or whatever. I don't know if you do that or not.
Yeah, we can, we'll talk about it after the meeting. We can
Okay,
get a text ahead amongst ourselves.
Well, like I said, you know, I don't know, we could, we'll see what she wants, if she wants flowers, or if she wants a basket or fruit or something, but I think flowers would be nice if we send
We'll
some.
talk about it after the meeting tonight.
Okay.
Tonight we'll take care of it.
Okay. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
All right, trustee Menard,
I have nothing for this evening.
trustee Long,
Talked to everybody, I think, but just an update, I'll be working on finalizing those quotes for the letters for the civic center, so just so everybody knows, we're gonna get some of that. I've got one quote, I have to just get it modified, and then get a second quote so we can pick, there's a, if we powder coat, just FYI, there's a limited color palette, so we're sort of thinking white might be the, as we had before.
Okay, well, what I would ask you to do over this next week or so is finalize the specs for the letters. You know, get the right size that they know. So we got an accurate price on there. Maybe, are you gonna go see them or do it over the phone?
I'm gonna get a sample delivered.
That's what I was gonna say, if you could get a sample of metal so we see what it is. And that's what I was getting at. And then see the powder coat people and see if you can get their chip thing, so we can see what colors they have. And then I'll run them by the person who did the colors for the rest of the building, we'll get the right color powder coating. And hopefully we'll have this all wrapped up, ready to approve it at the next board meeting in 2 weeks and get them ordered,
Probably three weeks, the next meeting or
or
two.
whatever the next one is. All right, or we can probably do it, do we need to wait till a board meeting to do that? I'll tell you what, see if you can get them by next Monday. Next Monday, we'll figure something out, because there might be a lead time on, after we order them, it might take a while to get them, and we really want to get them up as quick as we can.
I know I can get, from one vendor, is within a couple days, you can get them. Powder coating is
The-
extra. but-
Exactly, the powder coating they might be backed up, we don't know. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, any other reports?
I had one other thing, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Are we reading that letter of correspondence from the,
I don't think we need to unless you want to. I mean, we're all aware of what it says.
okay,
I mean, it's up to you. But I noticed, for the record, I will say this, tonight is the first night that bottle box has been emptied since at least June 25th that I know of.
okay.
The first time it's been emptied. There's been bottles picked up around it, once by them, and a bunch of times by me and the rec crew here. But it's the first time that box has been emptied in what, 22 days or so, 23 days, 3 weeks.
I know there was a lot over there over the Fourth of July weekend.
Yeah, it needed to be, they have an arrangement to have somebody pick them up once a week, supposedly. That hadn't been done in 3 or 4 weeks, because they were buried with the regular business.
Okay.
And over that period of time, the amount of bottles that came in really needed to be looked at every day or every other day. There were that many coming in that fast.
Okay, yeah, so if they want to, I think we ought to, you know,
Any boxes, any bottles that were in their box were left in their box. Nothing was taken out of their box. But bottles that were put in the parking lot and all over the place and blowing all over, those were removed. As I outlined in at the last meeting. Hopefully, we're done with that. We don't just fool around with it
Okay.
more.
Good, okay, that's all I
All
have.
right? Okay, I was gonna do other reports. Administrator, you have anything?
I'd send you all an email this evening about, in addition to this grant application, it has, I think, the corresponding information, but other updates as to where we are at some of the other identified projects. So if you have any questions about that, certainly let me know, but you do have all that information now.
Okay. Mrs. Pelkey, you have anything for us tonight?
I have nothing,
Okay, what happened to our son?
it's on vacation.
He's on vacation, all right, we'll give him a vacation. Okay, Mr. Pelkey, do you have anything for us?
Yes. Hopefully by Friday, the whole south side will be painted here, so the line crew can go back on their jobs. I talked to the mayor this morning, I guess we're gonna wait on the back until cooler weather. We wanna get some of our electric projects completed. So the street crew is working on Rose Avenue, finishing up the prepping for the blacktop. And then they're going to Lily Avenue, to move the fire hydrant, and to do a storm drain, and a little bit of work to do on Columbus. So we're trying to get all our prepping done, so we're not holding up the county, because I haven't been notified. They told me they're coming in the fall, blacktop, but their fall is anywhere from August to September, so it could be, I just like to be ready for them.
Right.
So when they come, we're not holding them up. And we're gonna work on the curbing on Pine and Academy in between. I'm working,
Would you say that they can finish, today's Monday, that they can finish whatever they're doing in Rose Avenue, Lily and Columbus by this Friday?
no,
Because you were talking about moving everybody down to the village office, you're working on that part.
they have about
When
2
this is
weeks,
done.
2 weeks work.
2 weeks? Okay, so
Yeah.
this
The
week.
problem is they get called off the job, you
Yeah,
know,
I
for
know,
plug
water leaks and
sewers,
stuff.
water lines, UFPOs. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like I have a crew that's committed to one project all the time.
Mhm.
I mean, I try to bounce them to a lot of the UFPOs myself, but, you know, reading meters, I do all the, you know, meter reading and stuff, so the guys don't have to break down.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is, but, right now, we just wanna get ready for the county, so we're not holding them
Okay,
up.
so that's priority one.
It is priority.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, so then we're gonna work on, in between, we can work on our Pine Street and our Academy Street, getting the curbings fixed and repaired, and I'm found 2 companies for the grinding on Pine and Academy and a little bit of Maple. So we're trying to get quotes for next spring, right off the bat, try to tie them up to like May 1st, so we can get them here and get those streets ground and cut down, so we can get them resurfaced next year.
Okay. All right, that's good. And when do you plan to get in the village garage project?
Hopefully I can send a couple guys down there in between, you know, the laborers that we have,
Mhm.
and do the pointing of the blocks.
Pressure
and
wash
Take
and
care of
stuff?
the, yeah, pressure wash and take care of the water damage on the back of the building.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
I wanna fix that transformer in the back where we looked at that pad.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fixed.
Fixed up, yeah.
Yeah, we have to shut the power off to the village office for an hour.
You want to get rid of that telephone pole there too.
Yeah, we talked about getting rid of the telephone pole that, with the street light on it that feeds the upstairs.
Mhm.
Gotta figure a way to get the wire up to the upstairs, but.
Put aluminum pole there.
You're gonna have power there.
I know.
Well, where are you gonna get power if you put aluminum pole?
No, no,
Aluminum poles to hold the street light.
exactly.
But he's saying to run the power line up into the street light, then over to the historian's room. If you wanted to look,
You want to get rid of
Yeah,
that
it
wooden,
wouldn't look presentable,
you
yeah.
want to get rid of that stump out of there, because that wooden old antique pole
Yeah.
that's there.
Yeah, they've been there for
Yeah.
2 years.
I talked to Mr. Jalno about the water plant today. I was concerned about, if he ordered the meter. I was on vacation for a week, so, I talked to him today about the meter that is being ordered for the water tower. So we
Right.
can use that skid unit on automatic rather than manually turning it, and it is all
He
on
hasn't got
order.
any information back yet from him.
No.
That's what he told me.
It's on order.
Yeah, it's on order, but he hasn't got when they're gonna send it or
I
whatever.
think he said
August.
6 or so.
August sixth, he told us today.
Oh, okay, so he must have called him, but I was in there at 7:30 this morning and
So that's
talking to
gonna,
him and,
that's gonna be a live tap, where we put a sleeve on it, just like we
Yeah.
tap a water line, and we put the new transducer in, and we'll get the signal to operate that, chlorine skid unit
right,
automatically. I mean, did you talk to him about any other upgrades? I didn't.
Yes,
I
on
really
the-
didn't have a chance.
on the Atom system. He said that, he ordered parts for that, and the guys still don't know when they're coming in yet from where he ordered them from. So, you don't know, but he called again, I think Friday that he called, he said. Yeah.
All right, I would say on the painting of this building, they're gonna finish it up this week, the three sides, the north side, the south side, and the west side. Then we're gonna stop until weather cools down a little bit, because the rec center is down on 3 people on that thing, 2 of them are out. So when they come back, I'm thinking there's a lot of work they can do in the back of the building in-house, meaning just the rec center people doing it, like the concrete blocks or the bathroom is back there, they can start painting that, because it's gonna take 3 coats. Because it's raw,
Right, yeah.
concrete. And they don't need the electric crew and the, all this other help doing that. That other help will be doing other things in the village, because they've been down here for, what, about a month now? And they're doing a great job. And also, we're gonna follow up and get all the rest of the gutters and downspouts done during this time. We're not putting that off till fall, or the lettering in the front. That stuff's gonna go forward. It's just that we gotta take a little break for a couple of weeks till we get caught up on the other stuff in the village. And I think we're at a good stopping place when we get these 3 sides done completely. I don't anticipate the back being over a week, once they get good weather to do it, and meaning temperature wise. We'll put everybody down here and get it all painted in a few days. But they can start on the back, on the small stuff, they can, the rec center itself can start painting the concrete blocks and stuff as they get time between other projects.
Yeah, because I was noticing in the park today that, the park needs trimming pretty bad.
Yeah, well, they got other stuff to do, and like I say, 66% of the staff is gone, so we got one person trying to run this whole place and keep up with stuff at the same time, and
Yeah.
it can't be done. All right, any other thing? Okay, meeting's open to the public, anybody wishing to address the board on any matter may do so at this time.
Yes, I
Yes.
would like to, thank you. I was
Name
wondering,
and
my
address?
name is Connie Pazavat. I have the gallery in Rouses Point,
Yes.
the new store,
Mhm.
and I live on Point of Fair, so I'm not a member of the village, but I do have a business.
Yeah, we're certainly glad you're here.
Thank you. And I was wondering if there was a board member that works with business, that we could work with.
Trustee LeBlanc,
Okay.
that's what he does.
Great,
Absolutely.
when can we come and see you?
What-
Oh, he can go see you.
Yeah, let's go
Oh,
see you.
yes, come see us, you haven't been in our gallery yet.
Yeah. You open most every day? I'm not sure your hours, but
Every day except Monday.
I'll go tomorrow.
Can you give me a time?
What time's good for you?
Well, anytime, I'm not on duty tomorrow, but I can be there.
Pick a time and I'll meet you there.
How about 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock tomorrow, okay.
Okay, thank you, Ron.
One of the things we've encouraged is that any new businesses coming in that want to have kind of like a grand opening with a press thing, like we can get Plattsburgh, we can get Press Republican in here and do ribbon cuttings, or, if you want the board members down there to kind of get you launched and put an article in the paper and stuff. We'll do anything we can to get businesses going and successful, and,
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah,
Well,
so
we
just-
do have a few concerns, but I'm not gonna bore you with it tonight.
well, you can relay them to Trustee LeBlanc, and he'll
Yep.
bring them to me, I'm sure,
Okay,
and we'll get them fixed.
and I don't know if you had anything to say?
No, I'll wait for the meeting.
Okay.
Okay,
So
thank
Mr.
you.
LeBlanc coming to you too,
Sure.
okay?
She's right up the
She owns the
street.
flower shop,
Okay, all
right
right.
on the corner.
Now, we'll be seeing you tomorrow probably, because we'll be ordering flowers for dinner. Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.